Advanced supply and demand, the most advanced supply and demand indicator for Metatrader in the market. Display supply and demand zones for the current time frame and a higher time frame on the same chart. When zones from two time frames overlap, the strength of the zone to repel price is stronger. You can get alerts when price penetrates a nested zone. Zones from two time frames that overlap. You can adjust the strength of the supply and demand zones for the current time frame and a higher time frame. Change the X and Y factors up for stronger zones and down for weaker zones to see which settings work best for your particular style of trading. Or you can just leave the defaults. The indicator alerts you when a price enters or leaves a zone. The first alert says, "Get ready." Price has entered the zone. The second alert tells you when price is leaving the zone and which direction to trade, long or short. There's also an alert for nested zones, in other words, two zones from two time frames that overlap. Nested zones can be stronger, more likely to repel price. Show the old zones and receive alerts when zones are broken. Trade breakouts when price cuts through a zone in a single candle, like a hot knife through butter. The advanced supply and demand indicator helps a trader develop patience, making it easier to wait for the best setups. Add zones from a higher time frame and layer these over zones from the current time frame. Zones from higher time frames tend to be stronger than zones from lower time frames. A stronger zone might repel price more vigorously than a weaker zone. You can also visualize when a zone from a current time frame is nested within a zone from a higher time frame. Nested zones can be stronger than zones that aren't nested. There is even an option to only get alerts when price has entered or left a nested zone. Here are some live chart examples. In this example, an M15 supply zone is nested within an H1 supply zone. The M15 supply zone is fresh, which is shown by its lighter colour. The first alert comes as the supply zone is entered. You'll notice that the zone colour has darkened. It's no longer fresh, having been hit more than once. The second alert comes when price leaves the zone and the M15 candle closes. This is a bear candle alert from a supply zone. This is a sell signal. You can set your target take profit based on the fresh demand zone below. In this second example, we're looking at a daily chart. The fresh daily demand zone is nested within the weekly demand zone. The first alert comes as the demand zone is entered. The second alert comes as price leaves the demand zone and a bull candle closes above the zone. This signals an opportunity for a long trade, in other words, buy. The signal is also supported by our advanced currency strength indicators, which gives you further confidence in support of this trade. Moves tend to be stronger when the individual currencies are moving in opposite directions. We're alerted to price entering the supply zone, then alerted when price breaks through the supply zone. A possible take profit target is reached at the higher time frame supply zone. In this third example, the dollar Swissy is shown on an H1 chart, and we see the solid H1 zones and outlines of the H4 higher time frame zones. A setting is used to only show alerts for nested supply and demand zones. The first alert comes as price hits the nested supply zone. The sell signal comes when a bear candle closes below the supply zone. The demand zones give us possible take profit targets. We can choose to take a partial profit at the first demand zone and the remainder at the second demand zone. If the first demand zone is fresh, we might choose to close the whole trade anticipating a possible bounce. Take your trading to the next level using the advanced supply and demand indicator, which is available for both Metatrader 4 and Metatrader 5 platforms. Get the advanced supply and demand indicator now and start on the road to becoming a highly profitable trader.